Hello, welcome to this video tutorial. So today we are going to see this view control toolbar in Qcad. It's a very handy tool which you can use. The first pencil option is basically called draft mode. I cannot show you draft mode right now, but draft mode, what it will do is, if you go in help and check what kind of function draft mode gives, it basically simplifies your sheet if you are having a heavy loaded sheet. Okay, so if you are doing a big drawing, draft mode will provide you the options by which you can easily open that big drawing and manage that big drawing with various options. Okay, so that basically simplifies your visual uh, parameters. Okay, so that is the draft mode. It will be only used for the heavy files, so we will not activate that right now. This option is quite handy to use, that is screen based line type scale. Okay, so for that I need to change the line type. So let's say I'm changing the line type for this to be, say, dashed line, and now it is, say, scale of 1. So I'm just increasing a scale of 2 maybe, or I can reduce it to 0.1. Sorry, zero point 0.1 will be very small. Let us keep at 1. And if I zoom in and zoom out, this length of this line type, a dashed line, remains same. All the sections of this dashed line remain same. If I zoom in, zoom out. Okay, so what this option will do is, this option will change your line type scale depending upon your zoom. Okay, so if I select this, see, line type is changing. Now I'm zooming in, it will keep on going smaller and smaller, and if I zoom out, it will keep on changing to larger. Okay, so that is again a handy option. If you are not able to view what kind of lines you have used or what kind of scale you have used, you can always switch on that option so that you can easily pick what are the center lines and what are the hidden lines or any other lines which are there in your drawing. Okay, so this is depending upon your screen or zoom factor of your screen, zoom in or zoom out, line type scale will change. Okay, so if you deselect it, it will be back to normal, whatever line type you have seen. So, and the last option, third option, is called anti-aliasing option. So this is also a handy option. For that I need to draw the overlapping lines. So whenever you have overlapping line, it is very difficult to detect what kind of lines are overlapping. Now this line is overlapping, but I don't know that line is overlapping, and it is very difficult to select that line. So for that there is an option called anti-aliasing. If I select that option, if you see, my brightness is changing little bit. That is the effect of anti-aliasing. So if I switch on the anti-aliasing, everything which is in the first layer gets transparent and you get these darker lines. Okay, so it is very easy to select those darker lines and delete, so that, sorry, and delete, so that those lines you can see there. Here I have a larger thickness, here it is a smaller thickness, so this is a single line, this is a double line, so I can just select and delete it. So it is very easy to find the overlapping lines, which is anti-aliasing. So that is the effect which you can use to find the overlapping lines, that is the anti-aliasing. Okay, so we have seen three effects, that is draft, screen based line type, and anti-aliasing. Then there is a grid on and off option, so that you can use whenever you want. If you want it, your sheet to be clean, you can keep it off. If you want those grids to take a reference, you can switch on the grids and take the reference. Okay, then zoom in is again a button which is provided. Zoom out, generally we don't use these buttons, we just use mouse scroll for zoom in and zoom out. Okay, so that is again a good option, mouse. And then you have zoom auto, or this is called zoom to window. Okay, so whatever I have drawn, if I want to put it into one screen, I can just click here. Everything you have drawn on this drawing will be captured in one window. Okay, so shortcut for that is ZA. So if I just press ZA, everything will be coming into one window, whatever I have drawn. So irrespective of zoom outs, you can just type ZA and everything will be zoomed in into one window, or you can just click on this and you can continue. Okay, so This next option is zoom to selection. So that option is deactivated right now. So I just have to select something for that. So I'm just making one rectangle and selecting everything. And if I zoomed out, I can select this option. So whatever I have selected, that will be zoomed in. So zoom to selection, that will fit into my window. So if I say I want to zoom to this circle, I will just click there and zoom to selection. I will get a perfect zoom to that circle. Okay, so if I go and select this circle, that is my zoom, and I zoom out, now I want to go back to the specific zoom. I can select this option, which is the previous zoom window. If I select this, I will be back with that view. So I am just selecting this view, I am working on this drawing, and then I am just typing ZA in the command line to zoom all. Now everything is zoom on, and I'm just clicking on previous view. I'm back to. So this is again a useful option, previous view, to get back to the previous view which you are working on before zooming out. Okay, so that is one option. Then again a very simple option, zoom to window. Just select that option and make a window. That part of window will be zoomed in one screen. Okay, so if I want to zoom into this rectangle, I can just create a rectangle window around that rectangle, and that will be zoomed in. So let's say I want to zoom in around here, everything will be zoomed in. And the last option is for pan. So that also we don't use by this command, we use it by the cursor. Okay, so we basically what do is we use cursor scroll. You can just click on the scroll and that will act as a pan. If you zoom in, zoom out using a scroll, rotate the scroll front side and backwards, that will zoom in and zoom out. So we try to use most of the mouse controls, but these are the some helpful options, that is zoom to all and zoom to window, which we can use. And there are various options. These are the very helpful options of draft mode, then screen based line mode, and anti-aliasing mode, which can be again handy for whenever you are working on a larger scale drawings. Okay, so this is about the view toolbar, which you have view controls, various view controls you can have. Okay, you can also check with the various shortcuts. You can just hover over that command and it will show you the shortcuts for that command. You can remember those shortcuts and use it into a command line for a specific command. Okay, yeah, so this is about the view control toolbar which you have in Qcad. We will meet in next video. Thank you for joining.